Hey everybody, so we have some retirement news today. Free agent Scott Hartnell has announced his retirement from the NHL at the age of 36 after 17 years in the league. Hartnell played with Nashville last year. He was a fourth liner. He was healthy scratched at points. You knew his career was kind of coming towards the end, but I'm a little surprised that no one signed him this summer. I really thought that he could still add something to a team. He played 62 games with the Predators last year and had 13 goals. So he obviously could still play at least a decent level. To have 13 goals as a fourth liner for the Predators, that's actually pretty good. So I'm honestly really, really surprised that no one signed him this summer. He didn't even get a PTO for training camp, which absolutely shocked me, and I think is absolutely ridiculous given the fact that he actually played pretty well last year. But that's just where we're at in the NHL these days. Teams are going as young as possible, and veteran guys like Hartnell are getting pushed out. Even if they're still good players, if you're in your mid to late 30s, that you're getting pushed out. Teams would rather, for some reason, play a 20 or 21-year-old who has not yet established themselves in the NHL and hope that it works out, rather than play a 36 or 37-year-old veteran forward who's been around for a long time, is a good veteran leader in the locker room, and can still produce a little bit. The older players are being pushed out right now, and it's really sad to see some of the names that are being waived and not or just straight up not even signed. But that's where we're at in the NHL right now. And Hartnell, he had a great career, boy. He had a great career. 17 years, played with Nashville, Philly, Columbus, and then back in Nashville last season. His best years, I think, came with Philadelphia. That's when he was, I think, at his peak. He was a hell of a player to watch. Not a fun guy to play against. He was an agitator. He was one of those rare players that could score a ton of goals, get a ton of penalty minutes, get under the opponent's skin. I mean, this guy did it all. He was an absolute blast to watch. He was so much fun to watch, especially in his Philly days. At the peak of the Pittsburgh versus Philly rivalry, at least in modern times, that 2008 through 2013 era, he was unbelievable, right in the middle of everything going on with that. Back when that rivalry was absolutely on fire. There aren't that many players in the league like Scott Hartnell, and the league needs a lot more players like him. He had a huge personality. He was really, really fun to watch. The guy was just pure entertainment. And off the ice, on the ice, it didn't matter. He was great. And then on the ice, I mean, he did everything. He scored goals. He hit. He fought. He would stir up all kinds of trouble. He was an absolute blast to watch. And I'm definitely going to miss him in the NHL. I wish a team gave him a contract. And the league needs a lot more players like him because they make the game a lot more exciting and a lot more interesting. You look at his career numbers here. Over 1,200 games played, 1,249. He scored 327 goals and 380 assists for 707 points. He also had 1,809 penalty minutes. He was a guy who could give you 50, 60 points and over 100 penalty minutes each year. And like I said, he played in Nashville, Philly, Columbus, and then back in Nashville for his final season. And the guy, there's not much more for me to say. The guy was just a blast to watch, and he had a tremendous career. And those years in Philly were just awesome with him. I don't remember him as much in Nashville, and then once he went to Philly, being in the Eastern Conference, I got to see him a lot more. He really became a star in Philadelphia. He had a couple 30-goal seasons. He had a lot of 20-goal seasons. He was a top 6 scorer while also being 100, even 150 penalty minute guy at times. And he would fight and hit and stir up all kinds of stuff and just pure entertainment on the ice. So congratulations to Scott Hartnell on a tremendous NHL career. 17 years. He did it for a long time, and he was very, very good at what he did. Just an absolute blast to watch, and I'm really going to miss him in the league. So it sucks to see him go, but that's just where we're at in the NHL. These older veterans are not getting signed, and teams are playing kids instead. So congratulations to Scott, and what a career. So that's what I've got on that. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. Check out offthewallhockey.com. All those links are down in the description below. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Talk to you guys soon.